Hey, welcome to week 1 of the NSTL. This is Angus bringing you the Baltimore Gliscorioles against PJ Lilly and the Denver Bronzongs. Now, I'm leading with the thumbnail because YouTube still doesn't let me upload my own, and I need to figure out how to remedy that. But as of now, I don't know how. I think the first 30 seconds will be good enough. A little unprofessional, but just a second here, we'll get into the battle, go over what I brought, what he brought, real quick. I have a team builder and that'll be in the other video for the live battle. But I also didn't like the live commentary. This probably won't be much better, but at least I'll be able to think through it. There was a lot going on in the live commentary. So without further ado, get into the actual battle. All right, so here are the teams. The biggest thing to note is that Togedemaru. If you watch my team builder, I said no chance he ever brings this thing. It has the worst matchup against any team I've ever seen, and it can't do anything. And then I see it, and I go, oh god, what could it possibly do? And also there's Tangrowth there, which I didn't really prep for. Same thing in the team builder. I was just figure okay, I have a Nidoqueen, I have a Tornadus, I have a Hydreigon, I have a Hoopa, which tends to be more special attackers. I was I wouldn't see why he would bring it, and even if he did, I'd have an okay matchup. But I was also kind of scared of Sleep Powder. But my original plan was just lead with Scarfed Hydreigon. There was no reason to do anything else, even seeing the two new brings, because I can go for Dark Pulse, I can go for U-Turn. It'll be fine. And so that's just the play I go for. And fortunately for me, he leads with Diancie, and I say, okay, I'm clicking Flash Cannon. There's no reason not to. There's a decent chance he'd be expecting that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. He switches into Tangrowth, fine play, and when I go Flash Cannon, it does 17%. Not ideal. Definitely Assault Vest, so my worries about Sleep Powder disappear immediately. But otherwise, I go, Assault Vest is actually a really smart bring, because I was talking up all my special attackers that can hit this thing, and all of a sudden, they don't do as well. So I go into Nidoqueen on an HP Ice. It does, a small chunk, and I say, this is free rocks. I mean, if he has Earthquake, I have Shuka Berry. If he has, if he goes for another HP Ice, that's just a little bit of damage, and I doubt he would do that. So he goes into Togedemaru, and he Encores me, and I said, oh. It wasn't great. I was expecting him to U-turn, just double switch, do something. But, so I went for Earth Power, didn't work out. So I go into Jolteon, and he goes for a Toxic. And I say, okay, well, I am Quick Feet. I was supposed to be Flame Orb, but that's a great play on his part. He's definitely got me on the back foot here. And once again, I go, okay, well, now this thing still can't touch me. I'll just Volt Switch out. No, it has Lightning Rod. I had zero idea this thing got Lightning Rod. I just knew about Thorn Spike, Thorn Body, the classic ability everyone knows, the Ferrothorn ability. So he turns out, and I'm playing a little bit back here. It's not great, but here I don't want to go for Volt Switch again. I mean, it'll do 6%, and he could switch back into Degamaru. So I go back into Nidoqueen to take the knockoff this time. Okay, knocks off my Shuka. I was kind of outside of range for Earth Power to start killing me anyways. So that's not great. And here I wanted to predict I was gonna go for Earth Power, but I was like, he might stay in and not know what I can do. But I go for a Focus Blast. It actually does a real good chunk of Blastoise, and I go, oh wow, okay, I have Thunderbolt. I can kill this thing. And he shows me Fake Out and Life Orb. I go, this guy's insane. He's bringing everything. It's actually working out. And I was like, well, I put 8 into speed for Nidoqueen. Maybe no. He's offensive. He outspeeds me. It kind of makes sense. Takes out Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, first one to go down in my league experience. So it's not great. And here, I'll pause real quick. So here, I was debating the switch. I said I can go into Tornadus, probably pretty easily kill him. He might go into Togedemaru for that. Mawile, he's going to outspeed and get a big chunk off. Hydreigon Scarf, so I have to lock myself in. Jolteon, he has a Togedemaru with electric immunity. So I said, you know what? I know he has all 6 left. I know he has Assault Vest Tangrowth, but I think it might be time to go for my Z-move strategy. If you don't watch the team builder, I have Z-move skill swap. It'll give me +1 speed. Might give me a good ability, because Magician with the Z Crystal is actually worthless. So that's just my play here, and I said, let's go for it. Even if I'm especially bulky, I don't... Blastoise doesn't get X-Scissor with his choppy turtle arms, so We'll see where that gets me. So he goes back into Tangrowth. It's a smart move. He's Assault Vest. That was kind of the one thing I didn't predict, and I don't know why I didn't predict him bringing Assault Vest, not him switching. So now, one good thing, I take his Regenerator. So that's great. If I need to get out of here, if I need to just call it quits on the +1 speed, I can get some health back, and he won't be getting health back. I go for a Dark Pulse. That's my best thing to hit this, and I get a flinch. I said, that's so big, because this is a 3-hit KO Dark Pulse, and especially now that he shows Giga Drain. And that's real bad, because now it puts him back up at 36, which is, looking at the damage rolls, probably outside of my range to kill. So had I not gotten that flinch, he would have started Giga Draining. It would have been like a 4-hit KO. I would probably have been at like 20% health, or based on the damage. It's real bad. So he goes into Diancie on the Dark Pulse. It's a smart move, but I did prep for this thing. I brought Energy Ball. I say he's probably not going to double. And now, let's see if it can Energy Ball kill. I'm just at regular special attack. It kills. So, huge threat. Diancie, one of the two things that I thought could just ruin my team. The other being Kyurem, out of the way. Hoopa, doing work. So now I'm thinking, okay, what does he have? He has Todagamaru. Here, it's not great. I have to go for a calc on this thing. I didn't know how offensive it was, how speedy it was, but even just like a normal Todagamaru, Dark Pulse doesn't kill. I guess it's somewhat bulky, I don't know. So I have to go for my 4th move, which is Focus Blast, which is not ideal for any battler ever to have to go for 70% accuracy moves, but it's basically my only option. A U-turn here does certainly kill me, so it was kind of a smart move on his part to bring this in, especially seeing Dark Pulse and Energy Ball. So I just have to hit the Focus Blast. I hit the Focus Blast. I say, okay, now from here, it's basically just, can I hit the moves I need to hit? But he also, I think at this point, misplays this a little bit. I think here he should have started doubling in and out of Tangrowth, because he didn't get the Regenerator last time, and that's just kind of it. Now he goes into Delphox, and oh, maybe that's a Scarfer, maybe he has Dazzling Gleam, that'll do a good chunk. No, he told me he was a Z-move user, he had HP Bug, a bunch of stuff going on. Now here he goes into Blastoise, which he gets a Fake Out off, that's fine, it only does 16%. So, I mean, he's not getting good damage from that either. It's a possibility that he could come back in with Tangrowth at this point, start getting Giga Drains off. I kill Dark Pulse. So that's pretty much his whole team out of the way. The last thing in my way is this Kyurem Black. All I need to do is Focus Blast it. But real quick, he's going back into Tangrowth, and here's where that Regenerator play came in huge, because he didn't get Regenerator on that switch. Could have come back in, taken another Dark Pulse, done shenanigans. That was the biggest part of the match, was the flinch, and the stealing Regenerator was so huge. So now it's Kyurem Black. If I miss, he outrages me. I have Mawile, I have Hydreigon, I can do whatever I need to. So just see if I can hit one last Focus Blast to get the 6-0. I hit it. There it is. I hit 3 Focus Blasts in the whole match. The first one with the Nidoqueen didn't really matter. It probably changed. Honestly, it actually kind of set up the sweep a little bit by hitting that Focus Blast, because then I knew I could kill him with Thunderbolt or Earth Power. So like that's why I stayed in against that thing, and that's what allowed me to bring in Hoopa. So that was interesting. Had I missed that Focus Blast, I probably would have switched into something like Tornadus, probably exclusively, like, because that was Assault Vest. I was like, oh, special moves. So that definitely would have changed the pace of the battle, but like the damage on it didn't matter between Life Orb and Energy Ball, and the fact that it was offensive. I'm sure Hoopa could have taken him out. So I guess I did get really lucky between hitting Focus Blast, especially the one against Todagamaru. That one was insanely huge, and that first flinch against Tangrowth. And like I said, I think he misplayed the Tangrowth a little bit. I mean, like at best, it was differential at that point. He would have had to sack 1 or 2 things off to get back to Regenerator because of that initial skill swap. But that's how the battle goes. I'm not trying to ride this high too bad. I mean, I'm amazing. I got a 6-0. Hoopa's looking like the league MVP. But also, I think my prep was actually perfect in terms of this Hoopa, because the Focus Blast came through when it needed to, Energy Ball came through when it needed to, and Dark Pulse did what it had to do. So like my moves were planned exactly as they needed to be. Like I said, I'm worried about my future plays because of that whole Jolteon incident. He really had me on the back foot early. Like the momentum was all in his favor, until the moment I switched to Hoopa in. Like I had nothing really going for me until Hoopa came in. So that's important. I need to predict brings better, and if I see something I wasn't expecting, I need to think better about what that could be. Because I said 0% chance to get a Maru. It came. I said, okay, 0% chance it'll still do anything, and then it did. So that's just going forward. That's how I feel about this. But otherwise, it was an incredible week 1. Everything went as it needed to. Mawile and Tornadus didn't hit the field. Jolteon and Hydreigon just kind of like sat around. And Nidoqueen definitely helped me by kind of like dying to let Hoopa come in for free, which is interesting. So that's the battle. Let me know what you think. Like I said, if you want to watch the team builder, you probably should have already done that. Or if you want to just get some, introspection. That's not the right word. Perspective into like what all happened, and I'm sure watch his side, because I'm gonna do that. I would love to see what was going through his head, because certainly he had the upper hand, and then I got that flinch and it all tumbled down. So all in all, thank you for watching. It was a good week 1, 5-0. I'm technically in first in my division between everyone else. Not in my conference, but playoffs is based on your division. So just a quick explanation. There's 12 in a conference, 6 in each division, and the top 2 of those 6 go to the playoffs. So someone in my conference got a 6-0. It was actually Down Fanatic, I believe. He went berserk. So I have a +5 differential. All 6 of my kills are on Hoopa. So it's leaving me in a good position going to week 2. And from there, we'll see if I can keep the momentum rolling. So once again, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and see you next week.